Hey everybody, I'm Cosmo, and we're on the Dopecraft server, because this is the start of a new video series talking about how to more effectively run a PS4 server. The PS4 version of Minecraft is very different from the PC version. There are a lot of technical restrictions, and that makes running a server a little bit more challenging than it might be on the PC version. And so to start out, we're going to talk about choosing a seed for your server world. In Java, you can kind of just choose a seed. You know, maybe there's a cool biome near spawn you like, or a cool rock formation you want to build bases around, and then you can just explore from there to find what you're missing. But because the world size is limited in PS4, we can't do that. See, we have to kind of pay attention to what's in the world before we start building stuff in it. And so it's kind of the idea. You go into creative mode, you fly around, you check for some things that I'm going to mention, and this might help your world run a little bit more smoothly. Now, I haven't seen this yet. Who built this? Wow, that's incredible. So the first important thing to check is for a stronghold and a working end portal. I've been in worlds on the PS4 where the stronghold didn't generate, or the stronghold or the end portal is broken. That really sucks because you can't get shulker boxes or elytras that way. So you really want to make sure that that's there. After you've done that, it's time to pick biomes. Holy cow, this place is awesome. I don't know who built this. Oh, this is the average exchange. Okay. I thought this was just going to be a funny plug on a grand exchange from last season, but this is incredible. So biomes. So there are some biomes with some rarer but irreplaceable blocks. So we're talking about the mesa. If you don't have a mesa, it's going to be real hard to get clay. If you don't have a jungle or a dark oak forest, those types of woods are going to be blocked off from it. So you really want to make sure that you have those. Another one is a coral reef. People are divided on how they think the coral blocks look, but if you don't have a coral reef, you're not going to find it. It also makes it easier to find pufferfish. Can't see what biome you're in, so really the only way to know you have a warm ocean on PS4 is to see the reef. Those are kind of the biomes that are rarer. You'll almost certainly have a taiga, so you can get berries and oak forest and stuff like that. You also want to check for generated structures. Fortunately, ocean monuments are much more common on PS4. No mail. Than they are on the PC world, so you shouldn't have too much of a problem finding those. But you want to make sure you have one so you can get prismarine. As you can see here, we have a pillager outpost right near spawn. Oh boy, you're trapped. This allows us to make a pillager farm rather easily. The pillagers will spawn naturally, but they can be a pain to hunt down if you don't have a pillager farm. Villages are another one. I'm getting hungry. If you don't have a village, you can heal zombie villagers, but if you want to get right into playing with villagers and trading, when you build the world, a village is really going to help with that, as well as it'll help you get... Ooh, hello. Cats. I don't think there's another way to get a cat. I think tamed ocelots are now a different mob now. Go away. Oh, that's too bad. And mushroom islands are another one. They're not so necessary, but if you want a mushroom island, they're pretty rare, so you may have to hunt for a few seeds to find one. There are some other biomes where their blocks are craftable but kind of annoying. So ice spikes is one of these. You can craft packed ice out of ice, but it takes a lot of ice. And so if you want to make like a lot of nether tunnels with fast boat transport, you'll want to make sure you check for ice spikes or a iceberg biome. They're also not as rare as they are on PC, so there's a pretty good possibility that you can find a world with all of these. Another one is bamboo. If you don't have a jungle, it's not the end of the world. Jungle wood, I don't think it looks that good, so I don't build a lot with it. But if you don't have bamboo, it's possible to catch it fishing, and then you can just grow it. So some of the blocks in them, it's not necessary to have the biome to get the blocks. Hello, bunny rabbit. but it can really help if you check beforehand. What does that sign say? 10? I don't know. So those are kind of the rarer blocks. Everything else should be in the world. Hearts of the Sea, for example, are limited, but there's always shipwrecks somewhere. The only other thing to keep in mind is you may want 2 deserts, because deserts are really fun to build in, but people need a lot of glass and sand for concrete. So the deserts tend to get, messed up pretty quickly and look pretty ugly once they're mined. So if you can find a world with 2 deserts, that'll prevent you from not being able to build in a desert. So that's the end of this video. Hopefully it helps a little bit. The main thing is just pick some seeds, go exploring, see if they have everything you need. If the people on your server that you tend to play with, if they don't care as much about having everything, then maybe you can skip the jungle or the dark oak forest. Or maybe they're really picky or they like a specific biome. But the main thing is just to check. And that's all for me now. Hopefully you enjoyed this.